Well, listen, for the first time in 12 years, the Saskatchewan Roughriders are Grey Cup champs! Yeah, they beat the Montreal Alouettes 25-17, and quarterback Trevor Harris, he was named, dang, okay.
Wow.
Their QB was named the game's MVP. Now, Harris said that they manifested all year and even had wristbands made that say SR time, so either Saskatchewan Roughriders time, or you can interpret it as it's our time. But does, they're very creative. They're very creative, the football players. But does crediting manifestation for success undermine all the hard work that goes into doing what they did?
Okay, that's like a mix.
Interesting.
The clappers, I think I'm kind of with you. It feels like you're kind of crediting the universe instead of crediting your hard work. Do you know what I mean? But I will admit, I think I'm bumping up against the word manifesting because, like, does it just mean like determination, focus, managing nerves, visualizing success? Like, if it means all of that, it just feels like that's what humans do every time when they're faced with something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So it just
that word is like the one that's a trigger point because
it triggers you.
Yeah, it's been overused, I think, with all the woo-woo guru people out there using the word, I manifested this, I manifested that. I think that word is what everybody's pushing back up against. But I think that you cannot achieve great things without manifesting them.
So when you say manifest, can we say you can't achieve great things without being determined, without...
Nope. Manifest. No, hear me out, because all of those other words are very important. You have to do the work, but what's your goal? What do you want to do? Because if you enter, say we're football players, and we enter the season, we're like, yeah, we got this job, we're playing in the CFL, we're going to work hard, we're going to show up at training, but we come in with like an attitude of like, yeah, if we win, we win, if we don't, we don't.
But do you think any of those teams didn't manifest?
Well, maybe they didn't manifest as hard. And I think what's great about what this QB did was he didn't just, because most times when people manifest, they just do it for themselves. What he made sure to do is bring his entire team and say, we're gonna wear wristbands, we're gonna have a saying, I need everybody locked in. So that you have this mentality from the time the season starts that we have an end goal. Doesn't matter what happens, and I'm telling you something, half the time I think it's 50% mental and 50% physical, especially with sports. Think about Olympic athletes,
I agree with that.
Because you'll train, think about an Olympic athlete, you train for 4 years, but if mentally you're not locked in for those 10 seconds that you have, you've seen people fall apart. So I think he's just thinking about locking in. I know manifestation has a bad rap right now, but I totally believe in it.
Locking in. My son said that for the first time this past week. Locking in. I just love that expression. I have a similar reaction when I hear the word manifesting, or at least I did. It reminds me of The Secret. Everyone remembers that?
Yes. Which really scared me.
It was like people, this kind of idea that you could just really think hard about something, and anything, like even illnesses and things like that.
Which is really manifest cancer away.
Yeah, it was dangerous. That was really dangerous information. But I recently came across this book, and it's a memoir actually. It's called Into the Magic Shop.
It's called Secret Part 2.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's called, I want people to know, it's called Into the Magic Shop. It's by James Doty, and he tells this story at the beginning of it. At 12 years old, he was living in poverty. His dad was an alcoholic. His mother was depressed, and he was by himself. This was like in the 50s, I think. He wandered into this magic shop, and he wanted to kind of learn some magic tricks. The magician was not there, but his mother was. And she took an interest in this kid, and she brought him to the back room and asked him to come back repeatedly, where she taught him the skills of manifestation. And it was just mindfulness and like being sort of like aware of your, visualization and self-compassion and all those. And the thing is this guy credits that in helping him become a neuroscientist. He took this and he says it is scientifically proven if you do this methodology, this is his words. He actually says he would not have been able to transcend the poverty, to be determined. He didn't have that kind of an outlook for his life.
You know what he was? He was locked in.
He was locked in.
So it's manifestation without any of the woo-woo stuff. So it is like essentially all of those things. Being focused, being determined,
but
visualizing success, having an end goal.
It is, but I guess...
Why do I just prefer using all of those words instead of manifestation?
Because it's been overused. Because it's been overused.
It's been overused, and I think that the kids who co-opted it, to me, and I don't know that this is for sure, but when I hear some generations use that word, actually edit all the hard work out.
Yeah.
They just think that I'm going to manifest my perfect man.
I'm gonna make a collage.
I'm going to make a collage. I'm sorry, he's not going to fall through your ceiling onto your lap in your condo.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I've tried that.
Yeah,
Doesn't
see,
work.
there you go, right? I think that's
Doesn't
why
work.
for me, I get turned off by that word because I think a lot of people, when they say that, they don't also like to work hard.
Yeah.
And so that for me is the disconnect. My word is visualization. The mind is so powerful. Whether or not this lady is the one who did this to this boy, the mind is so powerful. I used to have a terrible flying phobia. And I was also majoring in psychology. And one of my professors said, girl, just come into my office. We can get this fixed real quick. And we did this technique called successive desensitization. And it uses visualization. You make a list of 1 to 15, the things that scare you the most. Number 1, crazy turbulence where you think, you're going down, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
And what you do is you start at 15, which might be hearing a plane that creates an anxiety reaction. The mind can be trained to actually relax in the face of something that used to make you very scared.
Yep.
So I went up the list, and now, even though I'm not a perfect flyer, my mind now controls my phobia, and I can fly pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? Visualization.
You have to want
That's
it.
what it is.
I think we're
want
still
it.
skirting around the idea that there are so many other variables involved, and variables that we can't control.
You just don't want to
And so
accept manifestation. You really a
No,
dog
I
with a
do,
bone on this
but-
one.
But the idea of if you believe it and if you do it hard enough, all of these things, you can achieve whatever you want. That's beautiful.
true.
Yeah.
But it's a fairy tale.
Not
Like,
all the time.
Well, exactly.
Not all the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
That's my point. So that yes, you can manifest. You can try really hard to do these things, but it's not 100%.
But then what would you tell a young
So
person?
then you're kind of explaining to someone manifestation works most of the time. So then, like, it's like lacking that scientific
Well,
rigor.
it can lead you to something else. Because here's the deal. What would you say to a young person if you were sitting in front of them right now and they don't know what they want to do, but they say, I want to be rich, I want to be successful? You'd be like, well, you got to be more specific. What exactly do you want to be successful
I
at?
would laugh and
What-
walk away. I'm sorry, I really would. Oh my God, good luck to you, kiddo.
Oh my gosh.
I'm such a jerk.
No.